Vbeast. All right, let's talk about Artie Stars. Yeah, Harley Davidson's got a new CEO. Whoopity-doo! Wow. Finally, oh my gosh, about to kill the company with that other dude. Yoking idiot. Yeah, I'm calling him out. Like, he's gonna come to me. Dude's making so much more money than he don't care about, man. You don't care about this guy riding this motorcycle? I'm riding Victory. He don't give a crap. Sorry I got into that. Oh man, come on, let's roast him in the comments. Please roast him. Please roast this guy. If you love motorcycles, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you ride. As long as you're on two wheels, that's cool, man. All right, so all you Harley Davidson lovers, I am pretty sure that you really are excited that this Jochen Zykes bro guy is gone. And he did some pretty bad stuff, I would like to say. I don't know how much is true. One thing I'd like to bring out, and let's just talk a tiny bit about the Sportster. We got the Sportster S, we got the Sportster 975, and the Sportster, well actually I think that's it now, right? We got those two models, which Harley decided, and it was solely that dude's probably choice, Jochen's choice, to axe the original Sportster Evo, air-cooled, sounds amazing, looks even better, highly upgradable, super iconic Sportster. That's gone. And apparently, I don't know how much is true. I've seen the videos. I know you have seen the videos. But apparently, Harley sold the tooling and the designs for the Sportsters, the original Evos. That is a terrible mistake. Terrible. And yeah, the Chinese motorcycle that people are claiming is a Sportster, it sure does look, sound, and I'm pretty sure if I sit on it, feels like an original Sportster. I mean, dude, that is stupid. Why the heck would you do that? Maybe sell the rights? No. Never mind. No, don't sell the rights. Don't sell anything. I mean, that motorcycle is super iconic. It's basically what built Harley Davidson. You know, when it came out, it was like the Sportster is just dope. And it just carried on. Over the years, most, you know, accessible motorcycle, good price, all the accessories, customization, it is insane. The Sportster was just incredible. And now you got the Sportster S in 975, and it looks just like a metric. I've ridden it. It's fast. Good motor. You know, it's a good bike, but it does not stick with that Harley Davidson kind of classic motorcycle. And people, you know, you could say, oh, classics or Harley Davidson is an old looking motorcycle and it's got old technology. Well, actually, keeping everything looking classic and kind of feeling classic in some ways, but then feeling current and having some electronics that are current is very difficult. So I think Harley Davidson has been doing a great job with that. It still looks iconic, it looks classic. You know what? Except for the freaking Road Glide. That thing looks more futuristic. It does not look like the classic at all. I mean, it's just, it's more futuristic. Some people don't like it at all. I'm not completely, you know, keen on that thing. You know, I'm not like, ooh, that thing looks dope. I actually prefer the Rushmore models, the look of that before the new one. I don't know. I like the classic look, and to me, that looks like a Harley Davidson versus this new one. It's still burns, breathes Harley Davidson, whatever. It's still a Harley, right? But it feels a little off from Harley Davidson, which some people might say that's a good thing. But if they were to offer both bodies, body configuration, yo, it's mad dusty over here, man. Ugh, so dusty. If they were to offer that, two bodies, then that would be cool. And you get the best of both worlds. You know, you get this customer A and customer B. but I'm pretty sure that would just cost more money for them to manufacture that. Instead of just blanket everything went to the 117, you know. I'm getting off topic, way off topic here. Okay, so we'll go back to Mr. Artie Stars. So the one thing that was said is he showed up to, was it Homecoming or Sturgis? Either one. I should have got my facts straight before I left work. But that dude went into a Harley Davidson dealership. I believe it was Sturgis. He went into a Harley Davidson dealership unannounced. Nobody knew who this dude was. He went through the whole dealer spiel, right? He went to the sales guy, looked at bikes and everything. And before that, I think he took the rider's course. So that dude came in, said, you know what? I am going to immerse myself in this culture. This is not my culture. He goes, I'm gonna take this culture, I'm gonna mesh with it, I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna see what's going wrong, actually. I'm gonna see what's going wrong with Harley Davidson. They're losing money like crazy. They're bleeding. They've like for two quarters in a row, maybe 3 quarters in a row, they've been losing money massively. They've been bleeding money. And yeah, so he's probably coming and saying, you know what, I have to take a look at this. I get it, right? So this dude comes in, does the whole experience, and then he basically states, I think this was last week, I can't remember, as of shooting this video, it might be 2 weeks from now, who knows. He basically says, we need some motorcycles that are kind of more affordable than this. You know, he said it kind of without saying it, or you could draw a conclusion from it, because the generation, I guess that kid likes motorcycles. The next generation of riders, when they go to a Harley dealer, what are they saying? The majority of things on the floor, out the door, like 32K. So I know you could go and get a Road Glide. Out the door, it's going to be $32,000 if you got a pretty good dealer. You know, if you could get out of the door plus TT&L on a Road Glide for $29K, you got a deal. You got a freaking deal, you know. Same thing with the Street Glide. Now you're like, oh, new riders aren't going to be really looking at those. No, they're probably not. 9 times out of 10, they're not. They're not going to want to buy that. When new riders come in, they're looking for, okay, what's the cheapest bike you got that I like? You know, it's kind of their mentality. They're not actually saying that, but in the back of their mind, there's a little birdie saying, I don't want to spend that much money on a motorcycle. And then they're like, oh, let's get a Softail, because I don't really like that Sportster looking thing. It's $10K for that, and I can't even fit my girl on the back. You know, I don't think I could go longer distance with that. Actually, I think that's only for the city. That's too small. If they're thinking that, and they go to the Softail lineup and they look at the cheapest Softail and it's like 17 grand, what the heck? They're not gonna go, oh sweet, it's only 17 grand. That's not affordable. I'm sorry, that is not affordable. Harley Davidson has like pushed away all new riders whatsoever. There is no new rider friendly motorcycles. There is no 500 like they used to have, and a 750. I don't remember what those were called, but there's no 500 or 750s. They used to have them, and I think they're big in India. I think they still might make them in India. But those engine, it was based off of the Revolution X motor, which was the V-Rod motor. And Porsche collaborated with Harley Davidson to make that fantastic motor. You say what you want. That was a fantastic engine, fantastic platform. It just never got the love by older Harley riders. And Harley did not push that bike to new riders. It was fantastic. There's so much stuff. I even looked it up before I was going to talk about this. I didn't realize the customization that could actually be done on the 500 model and the 750. They're initially the same, just a little bit bigger bore stroke. But the customization, oh my gosh, it's so easy. So easy. And they didn't look bad. And the thing is, they sound good. They they sound like a Harley Davidson. They have that potato sound. It doesn't sound like a Honda or Kawasaki or Suzuki. It's like, it sounds like a Harley Davidson. You know, it's got that backfire whenever you let up, like, like that, letting off the clutch and boom, shifting, and it's got that, it has this so melodic sound of a Harley Davidson, and yet it's gone, and it was very cheap. Now you can find those bikes for like $3,000 bucks. I found one $3,000 and it had 1,200 miles on it. $3,000 for a used one. Now, if Harley Davidson, which they did say they're coming out with a $6,000 bike or sub $6,000 bike, maybe they're bringing the Revolution X back. I would say, yes, please. That was a good platform. That gets riders into the brand. Now, it does suffer from a little cheaper, like, things up here, you know, a little bit cheapy things everywhere, but you got to cut costs, I understand. But now they have nothing to bring the riders in. And that's what Harley Stars was saying. He was basically saying, one, we need something that's affordable, because two, we need to bring newer riders in. Why? Because the generation of Harley Davidson owners, they're dying off, quite literally. Their group that purchases their product is dying off. My generation is the next generation, and then people that are around my age that have kids, their generation would be the third generation after. So I am primed to buy a Harley Davidson in their eyes. But the thing is, they need to drop their prices. And he did say, Harley Stars did state that they need to come down on pricing. But how are they going to do that? Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So I think there's going to be some really good stuff happening there too. Last video I talked about, who did I talk about? Mike Kennedy, CEO of Indian Motorcycles, no Polaris. It is an independent company. And yeah, so I think there's going to be a big battle. You know, Harley Davidson also sold a bunch of what do you call it, debt from Harley Financial. So, you know, Harley Davidson they can finance their riders. Well, they also sold that debt to another company. I can't remember the company. And they got a big influx of cash, meaning Harley Davidson is going to do something big. And they got Harley Stars in there to kind of polish it up and rearrange and drop the bomb. Oof. So it's an exciting time for motorcyclists. It is an exciting time for us. We have two American motorcycle brands going at it. Great choices. I mean, ideally, I want both. I want both. They're great brands. They both ride fantastic. They both have their own pros and their, you know, own cons, but it's fantastic to have two choices on V-twins. I am a V-twin guy. I love V-twins, man. The torque, bro. All right. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I would say, ride what you ride, keep it Vbeast mode, and ride till the wheels fall off.
This has been another random weekday video by your very own Vbeast. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, have a Vbeast day.